Everyone knows that there is a rat in Lil Durk's Only the Family, but do you know that the rat is OTF's top assassin?
So they said that or co-conspirator number 4 I'm the one that provided the location to OTF.
Lil Durk, yeah.
In this video, I will show you how OTF's top assassin snitched on his boss, Lil Durk. But first, let me show you how he played both sides while setting up Quando Rondo for execution. OTF's top assassin's game. Everyone knows that loyalty and trust are part of the core values of Lil Durk's Only the Family crew. He needed to handpick every member because being surrounded by family on the street is the biggest flex of every crew. And you know how it is on the street. Every OG needs an OG. Brick Baby is that man. He is Lil Durk's main man on the street. There are whispers about Brick Baby being OTF's top assassin. In a documentary covered by Swamp Stories, Brick Baby was tagged Durk's evil Crip assassin. Given Brick's long history on the street and constant run-ins with the feds, his friendship with Durk was equally professional. But here's the thing. Following Lil Durk's arrest by federal agents in connection to a murder-for-hire plot targeted at Quando Rondo, word on the street was that someone gave up Quando's location to Lil Durk. To confirm the street's suspicion, when the federal indictment against Lil Durk was unsealed, it was revealed that someone leaked Quando's location. So the big question was, who set up Quando Rondo?
One or more co-conspirators, including number 4, learned that he was staying in California. So who gave up the location, bro? That's crazy work.
Aha, the street is never wrong, because according to the indictment, Overact number 2, on August 18th, 2022, one or more conspirators, including co-conspirator 4, learned that TB was visiting California and staying at a hotel in Los Angeles. So the big question now is, who snitched? But before you go beating yourself over that puzzle, let's look at how the indictment described the tragic events of the day. According to the feds, the killer squad, using 2 cars, including one without a registered license plate, worked in tandem to track, stalk, and attempt to murder TB at a gas station located in Los Angeles. During the attack, the conspirators allegedly fired at least 18 rounds at TB's vehicle, several of which hit and killed Lolpap. After the deed was done, prosecutors reported that the killer squad later assembled at a restaurant where they scrambled payment for the attack and then made one last mistake. They allegedly used an OTF-linked credit card to obtain flight tickets to Chicago. As expected, the feds left a puzzle for the fans, users, and the entire industry at large to decipher who co-conspirator 4 is, who dropped the location. One thing was certain, which made it easier for the street to arrive at one unified conclusion. Without wasting much time, one name popped up from everyone's lips: Brick Baby. In case you don't know, Brick Baby and Quando Rondo were able to maintain a close relationship amidst the steaming altercation between OTF boys and Quando Rondo's camp. In an interview on Vlad TV, DJ Vlad straight confronted Brick Baby about the rumors flying around, and this was his reaction.
So they said that or co-conspirator number 4 I'm the one that provided the location to OTF.
Lil Durk, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nah. You know what I mean? Like, I know it looks, I wouldn't be right here doing all this first and foremost if I was co-conspirator number 4.
Throughout the interview, Brick Baby addressed swirling rumors implicating him in Lil Durk's case. After Lil Durk and 5 associates were arrested in connection to a murder-for-hire plot resulting in the death of Quando Rondo's cousin, social media buzz pointed to Brick Baby as co-conspirator 4. However, contrary to the charging document, Brick Baby firmly denied these accusations, asserting that if he were indeed co-conspirator 4, he wouldn't have the freedom to discuss the allegations publicly. Brick Baby went on to say that his relationship with Quando Rondo was separate from the whole altercation their respective crews had going on. And most importantly, he claimed that he was able to keep the friendship without disclosing sensitive information.
When this happened, me and Quando Rondo had officially talked 3 to 4 times already. And I ain't said this nowhere else, but me and Quando Rondo had let their beef be their beef and our relationship be our relationship.
Apparently, Brick Baby questioned the logic of being labeled a conspirator, downplaying his potential involvement and maintaining his innocence amidst the ongoing legal saga. This brings me to an important question. Why was the entire internet pointing to Brick Baby as the snitch when the incident happened? Some people speculated that Brick Baby leveraged his relationship with Quando Rondo to provide Lil Durk with sensitive information about Quando Rondo's whereabouts. This is largely because in that interview, Brick Baby claimed that given given the tension between their camps, it wasn't reasonable for Quando Rondo to let him in on his location when he was in LA. Here's the thing. The reason why the street pinned the mysterious co-conspirator 4 saga on Brick Baby was because of the shocking events that unfolded after the LA attack on Quando Rondo's team. Quando Rondo renounced being a Rolling 60 member. Within a short time of his quitting the gang, people began to speculate saying Rondo renounced the gang because co-conspirator 4 is a Rolling 60 member, so feel betrayed by the crew he was associated with. Now everyone knows that Brick Baby is a documented Rolling 60 member, so it was easy for the conspiracy to sell. To be honest, some people claim that Brick Baby snitches on himself every time he talks about the case. For instance, when DJ Vlad asked him to comment on the rumor that Quando Rondo had ditched Rolling 60 because he had been backdoored by one of them, his response was uncoordinated.
It makes sense. It depends on when they come out who co-conspirator number 4 is, then it all makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Like that do make sense. Like, it makes sense what the world is saying, but it's like, y'all didn't crack the code this time. I know the fans usually solve the case, but y'all didn't crack the code this time.
Well, interesting times are ahead because Brick Baby is saying one thing and the fans are saying another. One user came straight at Brick in the comment section saying, "We see right through you, Brick Boy." I thought that was humorous enough, but take a look at this. This interview is just to pay for Brick Baby lawyer's fee. Another user concluded, "Bro is in fact co-conspirator." Almost everyone in the comment section seems to agree that Brick Baby is in fact co-conspirator 4, and he did set Quando Rondo up. Everyone thinks Brick Baby, OTF's top assassin, is a snitch. This guy thinks Brick Baby is a proud snitch, wearing a hat with a letter S like a badge of honor. In a shocking turn of events, it appears there are more rats in Only the Family than in a food store. The industry was startled at the news that Lil Durk's arrest was possible because a snitch was informing on him. After they helped him set up Quando Rondo, they still handed him to the feds. So while Brick Baby was playing his part, another snitch was playing his part with a wire. Who could that be? Lil Durk's in-house snitch. The saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from an enemy. It is always from a close friend, someone in the circle, someone you trust. But here is the tragedy. Finding trust and loyalty is a costly assumption on the street. In a shocking turn of events following rapper Lil Durk's arrest on federal charges of a murder-for-hire plot, it appears there is a rat in Only the Family where trust and loyalty were the order of the game. Who would have thought that Lil Durk's arrest was made possible because he was snitched on by one of his own? Right now, there are some reports, like one from the Express Tribune, that Durk was allegedly ratted on by an OTF member who dedicated quite some years of his life secretly connecting his boss, Lil Durk, with the attempted murder of Quando Rondo, which led to the murder of Lul Pab. Many things have gone down the street, but I assure you that this recent development has caused the industry to be in total shock. The informant, identified as OTF Jam, allegedly wore a hidden wire for several years to gather evidence for authorities. OTF Jam, who was released from prison in 2022 after serving 12 years for attempted murder, reportedly provided information directly linking the biggest fish, Lil Durk, to the murder-for-hire scheme against Rondo, born Tyke and Terrell Bowman. Say Cheese was one of the first people to report on social media the in-house betrayal of gangster rapper Lil Durk. He tweeted, "Lil Durk's snitch was an OTF member, and he was exposed for wearing a wire. OTF Jam allegedly wore a wire for multiple years. He previously served a 12-year sentence." As soon as the news hit the internet, a series of controversies was sparked, with most people wondering how OTF Jam was able to hide the wire without being noticed for several years. Humorously, someone responded, "He was hiding the wire in that big forehead." Another user tried to offer some clarity, saying, "They don't use wires nowadays. Instead, cops give you a small voice recorder that's really sensitive, and you just have to put it in your pocket." However, this user's opinion seemed to be up to date with technological advancement. It says, "A wire? My opinion? Not a fact. But every device around you is considered a wire. You don't necessarily have to wear a movie wire. Your phone is the wire, I believe." Well, to be honest, using a wire to rat sounds like some old school rat thing. I believe technology has moved forward, and so have rats. In a recent interview with Vlad TV, music executive and rapper Wack 100 discussed the arrest of Lil Durk and the fact that an OTF member allegedly informed on him. On DJ Vlad's show, when the host brought up OTF member Jam's betrayal, Wack 100 commented that it was crazy how Jam got out of jail after 12 years, granted interviews where he declared himself loyal, and was showered with gifts and respect from OTF Durk, only for him to flip.
Did 12 years.
12
got
years?
out, interviewed, said he kept it real, brought him cars, gave him 50,000.
Right.
This. Made mention that ain't no smut on his name. He ain't never been a rat. Caught a gun case. but eventually he flipped.
DJ Vlad added that Jam served a 12-year prison sentence for attempted murder, supposedly from 2010. He was released in 2022, coinciding with the time of Lil Pop's murder. Since then, Jam has allegedly been wearing a recording device to collect information on Lil Durk and OTF, which has ultimately led to the recent arrest. Interestingly, just like music executive Wack 100 mentioned, this apparent betrayal within OTF has drawn significant attention. Jam's covert role has sparked widespread speculation and debate within the hip-hop community. Amidst Lil Durk's arrest and the discovery of a rat in a household meant for only the family, a 2023 interview with OTF Jam has resurfaced. In the interview with DJ Jerry, Jam opened up about his long-standing relationship with Durk and the support he received while incarcerated. OTF Jam recounted how Lil Durk's music helped him to stay motivated and how the rapper supported him with money and the like while in jail. He said, "I remember Durk was making rap songs for our parties." He added, "That was bro, back before the fame and the money. He made a way for me to be straight." Although OTF Jam did not talk about his alleged communication with the FBI to bring Lil Durk down, his reflection about jail revealed the deep connection, trust, and loyalty between him and Lil Durk before legal troubles separated them.
I'm saying, like, that's bro. I'm saying, my whole time in jail, that stayed, bro. Like, before the money, you know what I'm saying? That was bro. Like, I remember when the money wasn't there, first I'm gonna say you 50, I got you, and I gave my lawyer money and everything when I'm fighting my case. I ain't gonna lie, Durk come through all that.
Right after OTF Jam was released from jail, there was a rumor that Lil Durk gave him $50,000 to put his life in order and settle his lawyers. I think Lil Durk even rapped about it in one of his songs, which I can't currently remember. Anyways, OTF Jam was asked about the rumor in the same interview, and he confirmed it to be true.
They said he gave you 50, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fact.
Evidently, when OTF Jam was released from jail and welcomed back into the family, a rat was welcomed into the house. Unfortunately, Lil Durk could not smell a rat in his own circle. Well, to be honest, smelling a rat is not easy, especially if the rat was in with you on most of the crimes you have been committing. Someone said, to be betrayed by a childhood friend after you looked out for him and then wearing the wire around Durk is insane. It'd be the closest ones to you, and I agree. It can only be called betrayal when it comes from someone you call a friend. After all, no one expects any form of loyalty from an enemy. Take, for instance, you were watching an action movie where the antagonist and protagonist are already in loggerheads from the beginning. Would you be shocked when you see the antagonist plotting against the protagonist? I guess not, because that's the order of things. It's always the closest to you. Here is a user giving a detailed analysis of Jam's betrayal and what it means for him on the streets. Attention, you have a dude that's been down for 12 years. Durk is a real dude been feeding him steak the whole time, 12 years treating him good. Dude come home after 12 years to a lifestyle he was only imagining in his head for the last 12 years. Dude then get caught with a firearm. He's a convicted felon, probably a violent convicted felon. So that firearm charge may carry a couple years. On top of that, dude will have a probation violation due to catching the charge. Let's say they give him 5 for the gun and 3 for the violation. To a normal street dude, that's a hard pill to swallow, but to someone from the bottom that done became accustomed to a certain lifestyle after coming from nothing, that 8 years ain't gonna sit right with them. He added, the feds is not gonna keep his family safe. His family don't have a Durk to give them $50K to change their surroundings or ensure their safety. It's gonna cost that snitch more than what he was trying to preserve. Aha, it seems OTF Jam did not think this part through, unless of course the feds promised security for him and his family. The news of Lil Durk's betrayal by one of his own has sparked a series of reactions, with most people questioning the loyalty of the gang. This prompted a lot of people to ask about the meaning of the acronym OTF and what it represents for the members of the family. Apparently, as we all know, OTF stands for Only the Family, and it's not a coincidence that most people associated with OTF are affiliates of the Black Disciples street gang. From the lyrics of their songs and the mode of operation of the gang, we could easily say that OTF represents family over everything. Now here's the thing. Family here does not refer to people who are related by blood or some sort of cousins. No, the family in OTF refers to a group of people related through their shared struggle and the unending desire to survive on the street where a loner is weak. Lil Durk created OTF on the grounds of trust, and I think this explains why he never doubted OTF Jam when he was released from jail and claimed he came out straight. Also, it describes why Lil Durk felt obligated to slide for King Von, because watching out for each other is OTF's watchword. Now here's the big question. Why did OTF Jam break the family code and snitch on his boss, who supported him through his bleak years? According to reports, OTF Jam was convicted of a shooting in 2010, served 12 years in prison, and was released in February of 2022. Police records obtained by XXL show he was arrested again on a warrant in May of 2023 in connection to the same charge. Although the status of his current charge is unclear, we could easily speculate that he gave up his boss and shattered the family so he would not go back to jail. Does this mean that prison broke OTF Jam? I mean, prison could hurt anyone else, but loyalty was supposed to be intact. Well, the street says it is deeper than that. Word on the street is that Lil Durk had OTF Jam's child's mother killed because Durk found out Jam was wearing a wire, and that Durk also had a man killed in retaliation for his brother D-Thang's killing. Poetic Flacco broke the rumor on social media saying, the feds believe Lil Durk paid to get these two people killed. 1. Stefan Mack, who killed Lil Durk's brother, D-Thang 2. OTF Jam's baby mom was killed because Lil Durk found out he wore a wire around him. Feds think OTF Jam is the key to putting Lil Durk in jail for all 3 bodies. However, I have not found any substantial evidence to validate this rumor. Interestingly, while surfing the internet searching for updates about OTF Jam and why he ratted on the OTF founder, I found this: an internet troll sparked by a resurfaced footage showing OTF Jam snacking on McDonald's in what looks like an interrogation room. And fans are alleging that he was snitching on Lil Durk while eating McDonald's. Hilariously, it was DJ Academics who instigated the trolling by asking his followers to caption the image, and without wasting time, his fans opened the floodgates of trolling. One comment reads, "Bro snitched on Durk for a Big Mac and fries," and another added, "You're probably wondering how I got here." Unfortunately, while OTF Jam was enjoying his Big Mac and fries with a wired body like an electric pole, his boss Lil Durk was getting arrested. Lil Durk's tragic fall.
There are now 5 people in custody who weren't in custody before. 5 people who were alleged to have committed a murder in broad daylight in the middle of the afternoon in the city of Chicago.
Here is the gist. Federal agents swooped in and arrested 5 men in connection to the August 2022 shooting in Los Angeles that killed Quando Rondo's cousin, and they're being charged with conspiracy to murder for hire in retaliation for King Von's death. Apparently, as it turned out, it appears the feds have been looking for a substantial link connecting the big fish Lil Durk to the murder for hire charge labeled on his affiliates. Somehow, the feds knew the crime was a continuation of the tragic events that unfolded in 2020 at the premises of Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta, which led to the death of Lil Durk's bestie, King Von. Now, I think the feds need no informant to tell them that if it concerns King Von's death, Lil Durk definitely called the shots. I think the feds only needed someone to implicate him, providing substantial evidence of Lil Durk's involvement in the retaliation attack. Yes, we can say that OTF Jam is that person, and because Jam is a close circle affiliate of Lil Durk, there would be no limit to the range of information the feds have gathered from Jam's wiretapped body. It's no wonder as soon as the feds got what they wanted, Lil Durk was hit with the most devastating events of his career.
Durk has been locked up in Broward County Jail. He's there right now. This is this. Yes, Broward. He's in Florida. I got the whole thing on. Look on my stream, I got it. Oh my God, bro.
As expected, DJ Academics was among the first people to break the news of Durk's arrest to the industry. After making a video about the situation, he tweeted, "Breaking: Lil Durk has been arrested by U.S. Marshals and held in Broward County Correctional Facility until he's extradited to California for his federal charge. His charge is murder for hire for the death of Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil Pab." According to reports, Lil Durk was arrested by U.S. Marshals on Thursday and is currently being held in the Broward County Correctional Facility in Florida. Police records show the 32-year-old rapper is being detained without the option of bail and awaits extradition to California to face federal charges. His mugshot has been released. Here's the backstory. Lil Durk founded the label Only the Family, OTF, in 2010. He claims that OTF is not a gang after federal charges were filed against 5 men associated with OTF on October 17th, alleging they tried to kill Rondo in 2022. The men named in the suit are Calvin London Grant, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Bryan Lindsay, and Asa Houston. Although Lil Durk was not named as a defendant in the October 17th suit, his arrest by federal agents has been confirmed to be connected to the murder for hire charge. The indictment charged 5 people for the murder of Lil Pap, but it gets deeper than that. Check this out.
The charges include conspiracy to murder for hire, committing murder for hire involving a death, and the use of a machine gun in a violent crime resulting in death.
Interesting times are ahead because the indictment points to a well-coordinated plan involving alleged OTF affiliates who reportedly placed a bounty on Quando Rondo. Instead, his cousin Lil Pab was killed. Allegedly, members of OTF used a credit card linked to the record label to purchase plane tickets, enabling them to travel from Chicago to California after learning Quando Rondo's location. Now let's connect some dots. The 5 men named in the federal indictment are accused of carrying out the shooting as part of a larger scheme involving alleged OTF gang activity. guilty. The indictment suggests these men intended to retaliate against Quando Rondo, whom they reportedly believed to be connected to the tragic death of rapper King Von in 2020. In the complaint, prosecutors established their case against Lil Durk and his label, accusing only the family of being not just a music organization but also a hybrid organization that doubles as a criminal enterprise that has committed evil and vile things at the direction of Banks. Durk is referred to as Banks in the indictment. Prosecutors allege that one of those criminal activities was the 2022 attempted murder of rapper Quando Rondo, allegedly plotted in retaliation for the 2020 killing of rapper King Von, Lil Durk's friend. Interestingly, both the new charges and the previous indictment alleged that the 5 men were behind the 2022 shooting that took Quando Rondo's cousin. But in the latest charges, prosecutors directly accused Lil Durk of ordering the 2022 shooting, saying it was retaliation for a 2020 Atlanta shooting in which a Rondo associate allegedly shot and killed King Von. Prosecutors claimed that at the time of the murder, TB had a public feud with Banks. The feud stemmed from a murder where an associate of TB shot and killed an OTF rapper named Davon Bennett, aka King Von. Bennett was a member of OTF and Banks' close friend, they added. The latest filing also alleged that Lil Durk was planning to vacate the country when he was arrested. It was reported that following the arrest of 5 OTF members, prosecutors received notification that Lil Durk had secured commercial flights to Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and Switzerland. Unfortunately, he never boarded either. The FBI allegedly got information that Lil Durk booked passage on a private jet to Italy, where he was arrested just before hopping on the flight. Snitches everywhere. It is true that when the mighty fall, they fall along with everything they work for. It appears that the year is ending in the direct opposite way it started for rapper Lil Durk. He went from being awarded the key to Village of Broadview to being locked up behind bars in the same year. In addition to rescinding the key, Broadview officials terminated their partnership with Durk's nonprofit organization, the Neighborhood Heroes Foundation. The mayor highlighted that although the American system of justice presumes everyone is innocent until proven guilty, in the Village of Broadview, the court of public opinion of residents has even higher moral and ethical standards of behavior. This is just a glimpse of the consequences of gang life. Your legacy will be tarnished, affiliates will disown you, and more likely you end up behind bars if you are lucky. However, if you are unlucky, just like King Von, the consequences of gang life will get you boxed 6 feet underground. Interestingly, some people still look back at the event that started these whole tragedies and wonder if it was worth it, if an ego-filled fight was worth the life of King Von and the entire rap career of Lil Durk. This is an epic reversal of fortune, but who is to blame? It is simple. You can't be 2 things at the same time. You are either a rapper or a gangster. If you are both, then soon, just like Lil Durk, you will be a rapper behind bars while your empire strays outside without direction. Word on the street is that the feds are building a case capable of taking down the whole OTF as a musical organization. Consequences. You know, one thing rappers seem to forget, especially when they have the money to do gangster stuff, is that the choices you make today, the people you associate with, and the stuff you spend your time with have all the bearing for your career and your life on a wider scale. This is particularly true of Lil Durk's plot twist, because the OTF founder went from having a great year at the beginning of the year to rapidly catching a charge that might put him behind bars for life if convicted. As noted by the assistant director in charge of the FBI Los Angeles field office, Akil Davis, while you're going about your life thinking you got away with it, the FBI is piecing together the facts that will serve as your undoing. Unfortunately, if convicted, Lil Durk and the 5 defendants, OTF members, charged in the separate indictment, each face a statutory maximum sentence of life in federal prison. Tell me, if the boss alongside 5 members of the crew were gone for life, what would be left of the crew? Only the family. Let's say something happens and he gets out on time. What will he fall back to? His day ones are in jail and there are rats in his home. Will the music sell? If you enjoyed this video, then click the card showing on your screen for more videos like this.